Jesus, 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 you're the love of my soul. Yeah.
Hi, that's a self fam. Happy 2026. Welcome to That's a Self podcast. I guess after like 3 months. Oh my goodness, I missed you guys so much. I want to scream, but I don't want to ruin your ears, but I miss you guys so much. It's been so long, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm not back though. I was gonna say I'm so happy to be back, but yeah, I'm not back. But I really miss you guys. I miss the podcast. I miss the conversations that we'll have. I miss you guys commenting. I really miss Dead to Self so much. But welcome to Dead to Self, a podcast navigating Christianity in your 20s and how to be in the world and not of it. How are you doing? How is 2026 treating you? I hope it's better than mine, because 2026 has been not the best year. Let's just say it has not been great to me at all. I always, I used to say, oh my goodness, this is such a depressing year. It's starting off not how I expected. It's starting as such a bad year, but God just reminded me of his word that says death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So the fact that I'm always saying that it's a bad year, it's a depressing year, because I've not had the best January or Feb. Well, February was not that bad, but January was, it was bad, but the fact that I've not had a good January doesn't mean that my whole year is gonna be bad. So I stopped declaring that, and I was just like, you know what, I love this verse so much. The verse is always on my mind. The path of the just is like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. So I had to make the conscious decision of replacing the thoughts of this is such a bad year based on what I've been through to the word of God that tells me that the year can only get better and better and brighter and brighter. But yeah, that's how my year has been. I'm trying to stay positive. I am trying to just trust in God and not lean on my own understanding. I have a lot that I would love to talk about. I have a lot, at the same time I have nothing. It's I don't understand it. But one of the reasons that I tell myself is that I don't really have anything to talk about. I've spoken about a lot of things, but at the same time I'm oh my goodness, I have a lot that I want to talk about. So I don't know why my mind is doing that. But also the reason why this is not on video, if you watch on YouTube, is the fact that the chair that I sit on, the Dead to Self couch, is broken. So yeah, more reasons to procrastinate not coming. Literally. It's so funny. I'm okay, God, is this a sign? But nah, it's definitely not a sign. I think God definitely wants me to be back, but the reason why I am not back yet is just trying to balance everything that I have on my plate for 2026. So not only am I a student, and I have to take my studies so much more seriously, because I have faced consequences for my actions of not studying as much as I should. Let's just say that. So I have to take my studies more seriously. I study accounting, and accounting is no joke. Oh my goodness. Every single day I ask myself, why am I here? Why did I choose accounting? Because that is the part of my brain that just, it has to be forced to function. I'm a very creative girl, content creation, aesthetics, blah, blah, blah. Accounting, my brain is crying every single time I study. So like if you are gifted at maths, accounting, engineering, wow, shout out to you. Like I admire you, but that is not me. I was gonna say that is not me, but I also don't want to like, death yourself and the power of the tongue type of thing. But like it's not, I'm not gifted at it, but by God's grace I am getting better, with more practice. But yeah, I have school, I have church as well, and then there's also me starting a new business. Shout out Captured by Pearly. So I started like a wedding and event content creation business, and I love it so much. It's my favorite thing to do, honestly. Like I love capturing moments, and the fact that I get to capture people on their most special day. It could be your wedding, your graduation, your birthday, whatever. Like just capture the moments that are often missed and turn into memories. I love it so much. Like, so if you're looking for a content creator, please book me, because it's literally my dream job, and I'm so glad that God gave me the courage to put the idea into reality, to put myself out there. Like one of the quotes that are on my vision board is be your biggest cheerleader, and I am taking that so seriously this year. Like this year I want to put myself out there. If I'm the only one that is promoting myself, that is fine. Let me do a very good job. Let me do a very good job at being my biggest promoter, my biggest supporter. Like that is my number one mantra of 2026. And so yeah, I started that. And what else? It looks like it's just those three things that I'm like, it's taking. Oh, and also like content creation, work content creation, and like personal content creation, and trying to build my personal brand. So I feel like there's a lot on my plate. And then you have debt to self. Debt to self is like a whole nother ball game, and I'm like, I really don't know how to balance everything. Like I do not know. Like I've been in the cycle of being overwhelmed because I have a lot to do, and because of that I just scroll on my phone and I don't do anything. And it's a cycle that I'm really trying to break, because I'm just like letting doom scrolling steal my time. But that's a little life update from me. How are you guys doing? I really want to know how you're doing. Hey, I really just hope that you're doing amazing, and maybe there will be more podcast episodes. Also, oh my goodness, y'all loved the Christian dating episode so much. It literally has more than 7,000 views on YouTube, which is crazy. Like that is mind-blowing. Wow. One thing about that itself, y'all love relationships, and I'm not mad about it at all, because in a world that like the church does not talk enough, at least I'd say now, people, shout out to YouTube, shout out to like social media. A lot of people are using their platforms to talk more about dating, but make it Christian and all. But it's like, if not of that, a lot of churches, not my church though, because shout out Ram family, a lot of the things that I speak about on any dating episode, I get it from my church, I learned from my church. But a lot of churches don't talk about dating. So the fact that God has given me a platform to talk about it, I'm just so honored, because if the church does not talk about it, then we are most likely to conform to the world, because it's like, okay, what do we do? So having a platform where we can have like honest, real conversation about dating, relationships, courting, whatever you want to call it, it's just amazing. It's just awesome. And I'm so glad that Death to Self is one of those platforms. And you know what, my friend gave me an idea, and I think it's such a good idea, and I'd love to do it. But I also just feel like, I'm not married yet, So I don't want to go too deep on dating, because it's like, like I'm in it with you guys, not the dating. I'd say the courting, because as a Christian, dating and courting is not the same, and whatever everyone says. So I'm in the courting season with everyone that is in, or if you're not and you want to. But my friend gave me the idea to have a podcast episode on 25 questions to ask during the talking stage, and I think that's such a great idea, and I'd love to talk about that, not from a perspective of like I'm giving you advice because I'm this relationship expert, but just like a chat, like we always have. Let me know if you think that's a great idea, and let me know what else you would love to see from Dead to Self. And I've received some messages with like a few suggestions, and I really appreciate that. If you have a suggestion, because I am running out of ideas ish, please let me know. But yeah, and I also just launched Dead to Self Substack. If you're not a Substack girly or guy, like, where do you live in? What planet are you in? There's no way you're on Earth. But anyways, so Substack is basically, it feels like the safest place on the internet. It's like doom scrolling, but articles, but like people sharing thoughts and ideas and just wisdom. It's like, I love it so much. I truly just love Substack. So I'm like, you know what? I consume a lot on Substack. Another mantra of the year is to create more than I consume. So why don't I create a Dead to Self podcast, Dead to Self Substack, where I can basically just post like articles about navigating Christianity in your 20s. So I'm gonna link it in the description in case you're interested. Hopefully I can be more consistent. As much time or effort as recording a podcast, but I think one thing I can do is just like record and not post on YouTube, because the video podcast also takes a lot of time, and maybe I'm gonna pause on that for a while for now. But I also want excellence, because we also just hit 1,000 subscribers on Dead to Self. I was getting excited while forgetting what I was gonna say. We hit 1,000 subscribers on Dead to Self YouTube, which is amazing and exciting, and I don't want to stop when it's like more people are now interested in Dead to Self. But at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm gonna explode if I keep going. So I'm gonna pray about it, the Christian advice. I'm gonna pray about it and see where God leads me. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope your year is going beautifully. I hope you are prospering academically, relationship wise, in your relationship with God first and foremost, in your career. Like, I truly hope that life is treating you well, and that I wish we could have like a catch up. Like, I've updated you on my life, but I wish I could get an update on your life. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. This episode is for like the OGs. It's for like, I love you so much. I don't even know you, because it's crazy when I say that I miss you and I love you, but I don't know you. And not on some parasocial relationship, whatever people say, but God knows my heart when I say that. It's just like, it's just two Christians navigating Christianity in their 20s, literally almost going through the same thing, because we relate to each other one way or another. And it's like, when there's that type of relatability, there's like a little bit of, like, I can love you and I can miss you, right? I'm not weird, right, for loving and missing you. But yeah, I love you because God says we should love everyone. I don't know which Bible verse that is though, but I'm pretty sure the Bible promotes loving your neighbor as you love yourself, period. And I think your neighbor is everyone, not just like your neighbor, like next door neighbor. But yeah, oh man, I'm almost crying. I don't know why. But I'm so grateful for this platform, for this community. And I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but I'll be back. Okay? And if you can, please send me a live updates. Just like I did. Like, this was so unplanned. I was literally speaking to myself and I'm like, I miss that yourself so much. Let me grab my mic and record. Like, no script, nothing. So if you could send me a voice note on your live, I would appreciate that too. But yeah, never forget that Jesus loves you more than the world can comprehend. And that's all for the FaceTime.
You've captured my heart.